for add a command button, we type here for on in it. It's a object, so we can get it there. Object create 0 object name. This is for close position. Position close on. Position close on button. Actually we can type any name for that 10 lines, buttons, variables, all things we can type any name, but we have to consider that two names should not be equal. If two names equal, it's a error. And we can type any short name. You can change these names as you want, but make sure that two names should not be equal. That's the error, right? So button name, posi close on button, object button, sub window 0, that means it work on current chart. And this object also get a coordinate, date, time and price, because this whole object is for the candles. It show with the candles, candle details, but that button we want separate from candles, so we type here the time is current time, and price is 0. We have to set it settings for the button. Object set integer. We can set this object settings by these three codes: object set double, here object set double, object set integer, object set string. That three codes for the settings of the object. If we get object set double, then the settings we can change for this name object. These settings we can change: object angle, object deviation, level value, price, scale. That settings we can change. If we get object set string, we can change object BMP file, object front, level text, name, symbol, text, tooltip. That kind of settings we can change. And here we want object set integer. Object align, object anchor, background color, border type. These settings can change. So for the command button we want set is place, x distance and y distance. So object x distance, it should be under the label. So x distance 700, I change little bit, 720, and we want y distance. Y distance should be 135 for last label. Let's add 200. And next background color. Background color I set color background in some dark olive green, and font size we set 10. And state, this is the what the situation of the button. That property is we want to set the below codes. State mean is pressed or not. If it false, state false, that mean that not pressed. If we set here object state is true, that mean button pressed button. So, or we can type here number, long value. 0 mean the normal situation, 1 mean pressed situation. I set here false. Object state false, and size x size and y size. X size we set button is 100, size x size 100, and y size is 50, like that. And background color, and for font color we have to get another settings. Is object color. Object color means font color. We set it color black color. Right. Let's run this and check. what's the situation of button. Here the green color button, and here we have to set it size more than that, because we want to show here some text. We have to increase the X size, and the place is not problem, button place, right? So X size, let's get 200. Right, and add some text here. So another setting, that not set integer, it set string. It's the string property. We can set a font also. What's the font we have to use? Object text. Text should be here. This auto position close. So we type position auto close on, or position auto close active. Position auto close on. Right, font size we have to increase some much font size, and the color we can change font color for some light color. Font size get 12, and font color not black. Font color we set blue, Alice blue. Okay. Right. What is the position auto close on? And we can set a tool tip when mouse get over the button, some tool tip text to show. Click it for change settings like that. So we can add here string property, object set string, this name, object tooltip, and write the text. Then it show in the, when we get mouse on the button, that tooltip text can be show. Right, and then we have to close positions if SL hit. So here I remove the SL values from when we open position. Trade position open, symbol, lot size, ask value, buy SL value. That means the stop loss value for position. Delete that part and set it null. Right, then that position open without stop loss. and here also and here also. Right, so all position open without stop loss, and we can remove this codes also. The calculation of SL values, we anymore that codes useless. Remove that calculations by SL value and sell SL value, and here normalize. Right, and within this loop, when the expert check position one by one, we have to close. Any position is reached the stop loss values, we have to close that positions. So I type here that codes. We can type that codes within these conditions. So close the position, we have to check magic number, symbol, type the position and comment. And in modify is should not be checked because we close the position from the button. If button is closed, SL hit positions is on, then we close that position. So here I type the codes for auto close the buy positions, and here I type codes for auto close sell positions. Before the type these auto close codes, I have to analyze the button, what the button state. If user click the button state change. So here I type checking button state. So for that I get a global variable, global bool variable I want. So here I get some bool variable for button state, bool OC button state. Initially I get false. OC button state. Right. And here first I check for that OC button state variable. I set the button state. For get button state, we want any properties of a object, we have to type object get integer, object set double, object set string, object set integer mean set the properties. Object get double, get integer mean get the information about in the object. So we have to type object get integer. It's a bool variable. Object get integer. Chart ID is 0 and object name is we want object state. In property modifier, that part is not necessary, or we can set it 0 or close here. Right, that property modifier mean if this object has more layers, then we have to set the what layer number, like Fibonacci, that is more lines, and we have to set the number, that line number for same object has different properties, different lines, different objects with same name. So we have to set that int number. Here also in the trend line, get value by time, here also 0 mean that this is a one object, so we can set it 0 or we can delete that part, it's not necessary. And posi button state get the state of the button is pressed or not, and we check if button is pressed, that means posi button state is true. If posi button is state true, then we change the properties of the button. Object set integer, zero, we change the font color and background color. Background color change to gold color. And font color change to red. And text, so object set integer, set string 0, object text. I type here that button pressed mean we have to off the auto close off. When auto close off, it's high risk. Because our position is no stop loss and expert is not closing positions. Auto close off. Right, this the properties we change if button pressed. And close if else. Else mean button is not pressed. Same object. Here. So this x distance, y distance, that property is not changed. We want these two and background color. Background color dark olive green. Right. Background color change again. Dark olive green and close else. Right. If button is stayed true, this property is changed. Else, that means not pressed, then this property is again auto close on. Let's check that. Right, here is initialize situation, auto close on, and if we press the button, it change the color and change the text. Auto close of high risk. That button size is enough, or we can set little bit here. Right, and I can do here when it set clicked, that mean in this situation, pressed situation, I can set here some blink color because we have to focus here. We can change this font color with time, and background color also change little bit with time, like animated button. For do that, here set another code. Else I set if I can get a variable for that changing. we set a name. This is for variable for modify button or button variable, button vary. Right, button variable is 0, then this property is running. Not here, that code should be there. If button state is true, then button variable is 0, then this property is running, and else these two properties changing. We set background color change to gold, and then it change with some pink color, and font color red and blue. Right, and this button variable is 0, and here button variable is 1, and button variable is get 1, then this part running, else part, and again button variable get 0. This if is close from here, and this else close from here, and this if close here. Else from this part, it's not changing the situation, it's same in these colors. And we introduce as a global variable this btn vary, int button variable. First is equal to 0. Right. Expression not boolean. Here are equal. For condition it should be 2 equal. If button variable is 0, then this property is, else this property is. Right, let's check it. Now if we click this, then here every tick it change the background color and font color. So we strongly focus for that message. That means we trading without stop loss positions, and it not that position auto close by the expert. Right. So now you can understand, you can set buttons for this your here in your platform. You can get set of buttons with various colors, and for get buy orders, and one button for get sell orders, get pending orders, button for the set SL to BE, and button for position close. Like that you can make your own trading panel, beautiful trading panel with your own buttons. And if I change here for this situation, I change here x distance and y distance, or x size and y size, then what happen? If we change that properties with time, or I get a set of conditions, and if we change the setting of the button by program, then you can see a floating button is moving with this platform, the moving button, and changing the size of the button with time, and it get large, and then it get small, and font color, font size get large, and then it get small. Like that you can make beautiful trading panel as you want. So now you know how to code for that buttons. Check the button state and get for loop or some time variable, and change the properties of the button as you want. You can do anything. Right. Now the decoration part is over. Now our button is complete. We click the button and get the false situation, then auto close is on. If we click it, then expert not auto close our position. We can hold the positions. If I get here divergence sensor values get higher and higher, then we can hold some position without closing, because we know that strong divergence is happen in future, and by get that values we expect the divergence in future. So we can hold our position by click the button and off auto close. And if we want, okay, the position should close now, then we click here, then position reach the stop loss values, then expert auto close that positions automatically. Right. And we not set that auto close function here. We on the get settings of the button, and here we have to type that auto close functions. How we do that? First we check the button state is correct. So if button state in false situation, if button stays equal false, that means it auto close is on. Then we check this position, the loop reading a position one by one, and when this loop reading about the position, if these all are correct, that means expert reading about buy position, and we check is this button state false and the bid value, because this is buy position, bid value is less than position open price minus in SL candle multiplied by candle value, average value of the candle. We multiply SL candles by candle value, then it get the price difference of for the stop loss, and we get open price minus that value. That means the price level is for our stop loss. That stop loss level is reached now because bid value is small than that. If this happen, then we have to close this position. Button state is also false, then we have to auto close. And here open bracket, close bracket, and another close bracket for this, and another close bracket for if. Right. Then we type trade dot position close, trade dot position close, ticket and symbol and ticket. Only we want position close by ticket number. Position close U long ticket. Ticket number is get this 4 ticket number variable. So here I set it trade dot position close with this ticket number. So this ticket number position is get closed, and we set that details for this Posicome, and here we copy that codes. Posicome not sell position, this is buy position. Buy position of this ticket number SL hit and close by expert advice, close by EA. Buy position SL hit and close by expert, close by expert, right. And Posicome get reset true. So after 2 candles of low time frame, then this message reset, and position set stream Posicome should show in the label box, and color, not gold color, this is loss, so we show it in different color. Some lime green, light yellow color, blue color, we set it blue. Right, and here close bracket for this if. And here we doesn't want else part. If position button state is true, that means we do not want do anything, and if bid value is not reaching the stop loss, then it's also we have to do nothing. And close bracket get here. For this if. Right, same as the sell side. If posi button state false and ask value, is greater than position open price plus SL candles, then that means sell orders SL hit. Right, then we have to close that trade position and posicome say sell position. Sell position SL hit and close by expert, posicome reset true, and posi label show that text. So here open bracket close, and for this if open and close. Right, then loop pen, remove the empty space. Right, now auto close is on. When get positions, the button state is false, then auto close that position by expert if SL reach. If we click it, then auto close is off, because now button state is true, then this part is not running. Right. Here we have to modify codes, because this stop loss hunting and position modification using the stop loss value for that modifications. So now our position SL is null, that means 0. So we have to change codes here also, otherwise SL hunting is not working. So I type here if position is SL. Position SL is equal to null position SL equal to 0. If SL is null, mean its value is 0. So we can get calculation here. Now it's 0. And here check for SL to BE, set for SL to BE, bid value should be open price plus SL start candles, bid value should be greater than that. So, and SL less than open price. Here I check position SL equal to 0. That means SL is equal to 0 mean it position SL is not changed, it's not modified, still position is in without stop loss. And if this condition happen, then we get position SL to BE and write. And here SL hunting for buy orders, buy positions. Position SL is less than this much value. SL is less than this much value and position SL greater than open price. Then this SL hunting get run. So here when it position SL is not changed, that means it's 0, that situation it not greater than open price. So this condition is not running. Okay, and after set stop loss above the open price, after this part running, then SL value is greater than open price and this part is running. Right, it's okay now. And for sell orders we check ask value should be less than this much candle. That means sell position get profit. And to change SL to BE, we check SL is greater than open price. No, SL is equal to 0. Right, that means SL is not changed. And position modification doing, after it change, then SL value is greater than this value and SL value is below the open price, then SL hunting is working. Right, and here I type buffer ATR 0, that means the candle value get from the buffer 0 value, but we have normalized variable that called candle value. So I change here all buffer ATR 0 values to candle value. Here candle value is the normalized value. So all words buffer ATR 0 should be changed for candle value. Select this all things to here search replace buff ATR within bracket 0 and it replace with candle value. Buffer ATR 0 replace with candle value. Right in selection. Replace all. Now everywhere it reset for candle value. Let's compile. Right, no error. Let's run this for different charts and check what the result.
Expert advisor does my grind, analyzing charts in record time. Day and night it works, no delay, buys and sells to show me the way. It calculates the choice so slick, making moves so sharp and quick. Profit rolls, I take a seat, you crunch numbers, I feel complete. You're my secret gem, together we conquer without mayhem. Auto trades, no need to guess. Thank you, advisor, you're the best. You give me rest, spare my mind, while you toil to targets aligned. No emotional noise, no stress to feel. Your logic turns dreams into something real. You handle precision, that's your goal. A slave tonight, you chart the course, automating trades with perfect force. You're my ally, my secret gem, together we conquer without mayhem. Auto trades, no need to guess. Thank you, advisor, you're the best. Zero doubts when you're in control. You handle precision, that's your goal. I sleep tonight, you chart the course, automating trades with perfect force. You're my ally, my secret gem, together we conquer without mayhem. Auto trades, no need to guess. Thank you, advisor, you're the best. spare my mind while you toil to targets aligned. No emotional noise, no stress to feel. Your logic turns dreams into something real. Zero doubts when you're in control. You handle precision, that's your goal. I sleep tonight, you chart the course, automating trades with perfect form. My expert advisor does my grind, analyzing charts in record time. Day and night it works, no delay. Buys and sells to show me the way. It calculates the choice so slick, making moves so sharp and quick. Profit rolls, I take a seat. You crunch numbers, I feel complete. You're my ally, my secret gem. Together we conquer without mayhem. Auto trades, no need to guess. Thank you, advisor, you're the best. You give me rest, spare my mind while you toil to targets aligned. No emotional noise, no stress to feel. Your logic turns dreams into something real. Zero doubt when you're in control. You handle precision, that's your goal. A slave tonight, you chart the course, automating trades with perfect force. You're my ally, my secret gem. Together we conquer without mayhem. Auto trades, no need to guess. Thank you, advisor, you're the best. Zero doubts when you're in control. You handle precision, that's your goal. I sleep tonight, you chart the course, automating trades with perfect force. You're my ally, my secret gem. Together we conquer without mayhem. Auto trades, no need to guess. Thank you, advisor, you're the best. Give me rest, spare my mind while you toil to targets aligned. No emotional noise, no stress to feel. Your logic turns dreams into something real. Zero doubts when you're in control. You handle precision, that's your goal. I sleep tonight, you chart the course, automating trades with perfect force.
Let's check this expert with some forex charts. USD for 1 to today 18. Inputs. We check K period 14. Divergence sensor for 1 minute 0.5 2 position. SL with 10 candles. Okay. TP 25 3 103 21 15, right. And I check it for graph mode only, so we can run it quickly and get result. Start. $69 31 loss. Here I change the stop period for 5, that means 533 settings. And it's profit 95. So stop period is 5 is better than 40. Let's check for GBP JPY for these days with 5 stop period, other same. Right, it's 153 profit, and we set it 14 for same chart. It's more than that. It's 258 profit. So for GBP JPY period 14 is better, and we can check it for some cash index. Okay, NAS 100 for US $100 index. We check it with stop period 14, right. It's 4,367 profit. And let's check it 5. Okay, it's more than that. It's 14,000. That means 9,864 profit for 2 weeks. Let's check for this chart for this year, January 1st to today. With these settings. $12,209, and we check this for gold chart for this year. So gold 480. With K value 5, $400 profit, and then is finally loss, $300 loss. Okay, so you have to trading with this expert. You have to set the properties of the expert for your own chart. Check the best stop period, and here our trend line also for 21 candles. That mean 1 minute chart 21 candle mean 5 minute chart only 4 candles. So it values can be changed. We can change these values and get better trend lines, and all properties we have to check what's the suitable values for our chart, and you can use this on your real chart also. But my advice is don't let full automatically trading without your inspection. For get better result, you have to manually do some correction with the chart. You have to get this divergence numbers and press this button for if you can hold some positions, then our loss can be reduced. And you already notice I did it in this video for when I testing this, but for the we analyze using only chart mode, I cannot press this auto close off or on, it automatically run. Then some charts get loss conditions. So I end this playlist from here. And another thing I have to say, you can use my other RDV expert also. This both expert you can use for trading. Like this, you open two charts with same symbol, and one you attach this SDV bot and others attach RDV bot, and set properties auto trade polls for both. If new position opening false, when we false these two auto trading options, then you can use these charts as signal. If both get red, blue, green arrow, these both charts get green arrow, that means both get buy positions. So you can open buy position manually as you get this bots as signal. Or we can write a one expert for using this both codes. So do that. We cannot do copy and paste all codes with same expert. It get errors because we have to check same names. Two variable cannot get same name, and this both expert do price analyze. For one part we have to delete because only one price analysis is enough, and this both codes get open positions. It also should be a one codes for open position. And I publish a new video how combine these two robots in one expert as a new video. For let's check, you can watch that video in future. For this SDV bots, this I close here, and let comments about anything you have to know, and thank you.